Welcome back. Today is the day 20 of the 50-day spoken English course given by GK Pro Academy. Absolutely free on YouTube. All right. Before we begin today's session, I want you to notice something. All right. So let me just take my drawing tool here. Okay. So, what I was kind of referring to is if you ever said, I know English, but I can't speak smoothly, or I understand English, but I stop while talking, this particular lesson is for you. Today is not about learning more sentences, it's about understanding why memorizing sentences slows your fluency and what actually helps you speak naturally. Great. Let's dive into section 1 for today. Why English feels hard. Now, many learners feel like this. That is, I know English words, but I can't really speak fluently. I understand English, but I stop whilst talking. I know sentences, but I forget them. All of us, at some other point of our journey do feel any one of this. Okay, so this usually happens not because your English is weak or you're trying to learn. It usually means that your learning method trains your memory and not your overthinking. I mean that your learning method trained you to memorize and not to think in English. So I always keep reinforcing that you have to think in English, and when you kind of form those sentences, those also have to be put in those English tools, and not probably just thinking in your mother tongue and then translating that into English. But most people are taught like this: one sentence, then another sentence, and then another. At first, this feels easy, but fluency needs something different. Let's see why. Okay, that is our next section. If you can look at the screen, the common way of learning English is in Hindi, okay, come here is translated to yahan aao. Okay, so here you can just see aao in the sense this word in Hindi has been just put here, that is come. Here is yahan. Is definitely very easy to understand this concept. Okay, look at the second example. Darwaza band karo. Darwaza band karo. Band karo is what? Again, they have taken the second part. This band karo part is close. Okay, okay. The has been deleted. Again, darwaza means door. Now, this can be the concept in any language that you speak as mother tongue, not only in Hindi. All right. For example, the third example here is pankha band karo, turn off the fan. The fan, okay, fan has been kind of substituted here, all right, and then band karo, that is turn off. Again, the article there has been deleted. Now, guys, I tell you, these sentences are correct, they are useful and pretty easy to remember. I don't say no. But there's only one problem in this. You know what? How many of these sentences can you memorize this way? Are you going to memorize around 10? Okay. Probably 50 sentences or 100. Now, what happens when the situation changes? That is a bigger question. Okay. When you memorize these probably sound, correct. Yeah, you can memorize it saying, come here. Or you can just change that, what can you say, the placing of the English words. However, when your situation changes, okay, when your situation changes, what happens then? What happens if your sentence is bigger? How would you do this? Okay, how would you do this? It's not going to be possible. You just cannot change the sequence of the words or placing of the words and kind of talk long sentences. You can't do that. All right. So what I am here to help you with is that do not memorize English. It breaks. Okay, it breaks the fluency. Now listen to this carefully. What if you want to say the fan is already off? How will you say that? Try it out by just, shuffling those words with the help of your mother tongue. Try it out. It's not going to be that simple. Pause the video here and try out the same strategy. That is, just try to shuffle. For example, look at this. Darwaza band karo, in the sense, close the door, right? So the door is probably here. Just place the door here on the first or the start of your sentence. Band karo. Delete the article. Close. Close is band. Darwaza band actually. Karo in the sense you need to do it. So basically, this structure, what I'm talking about, is not sufficient if you look at a longer sentence or situation based. Now look at this. The fan is already off. How would you speak this particular sentence in Hindi, right? Or in any other language that truly is your mother tongue? It's not fun. It's not easy. Okay. Now that is the reason why memorized English probably doesn't work always. It might work here and there, but not always. All right. And let us look at certain examples. I forgot to turn it off. This also it's going to be difficult. Should I turn it off? Okay. Should I turn it off? Please don't turn it off. Who turned it off? Okay. So what happens here is that you feel stuck. That's normal. Okay. Because memorized English works only once. Here's the key realization, that is, knowing sentences is not fluency. Fluency is knowing how the sentences change. Okay, that is what is the core concept, or it's pretty important to realize that knowing sentences is not fluency. Okay, fluency is when you know how to change your sentences according to your situation, that is what is more important here. Okay, you have to change the sentences according to your situation. Now let's look at section 4. Let's change the way you look at English. Instead of learning sentences, learn ideas plus structure. What do I mean by ideas plus structure? Let's take a closer look. Now, watch what happens. If I say, please turn off the fan, or I turned it off, or the fan is turned off, can you turn it off? I forgot to turn it off. All these sentences have one word in common. And what is that? Turn off, turned off, turn it off, turned off, right? Same idea. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, a structure. Same idea plus a structure. So I'm using something known as phrasal verbs. That is what I'm just going to talk about now. All right. So as I told you, many ideas. Okay, but I'm sorry, one idea but many sentences. So you are using only one idea but creating many situations out of this. So it's better to know what phrasal verbs are next. What do you mean is a phrasal verb? Okay, phrasal verb is actually a very powerful communication tool. It can be used um, you know uh, almost daily, all right, in your at your office, at your workspace, or in the school or at college, if anywhere really. Okay, so let's look at the definition. A phrasal verb is a phrase or expression that consists of a verb plus another word or two, like just look at the screen, I'll let you know. Okay, actually what happens is, in this particular communication tool or a grammatical tool, it's a verb plus a small word come together to create one meaning. Okay, let's look at it. Verb plus adverb. Look and then up. Verb plus preposition, that is, look is the verb and preposition is pretty much the position, right? Look after. And verb adverb plus preposition. Look, adverb is forward, okay, to. So basically these are the structures of phrasal verbs. Now the meaning of the whole phrase is often different, but when you use it together it changes. Okay, let's kind of look at some useful phrasal verbs that one can use. Okay, that it's coming up here. This is the section. Before that, I would just want to show you a very small example. For example, turn off. We spoke about this here, right? Turn off. Okay. Turn off does not simply mean turn plus off. It means to stop a device, or turn off the TV, turn off the radio. It's like that. So turn off means to stop a device. Look up does not simply mean look plus up. It means to search for information. So that is the use of phrasal verbs, guys. It actually gives you a lot of meaning into what exactly you're using. For example, these words together, okay, they are two small words, but when they get together, they kind of give you a different meaning altogether. That is the real meaning of phrasal verbs. Let's look at some useful phrasal verbs for daily English. Okay. Turn off. Again, I said stop a device, meaning to stop something that is operating. Yes, absolutely. Example, please turn off the lights before you leave or before you sleep. Okay, let's look at another example. Turn on. Start a device, right? Just the opposite. Okay, meaning to make something start working, or to start something. Okay, like an engine, or like like an oven, things like that. Example, can you turn on the fan? It's hot in here, right? That's also very good phrasal verb that you can kind of use in your daily life, or when you're communicating on daily basis with anyone, really. Look up, search for information. What is the meaning? To find information, especially in a dictionary or online. Okay, so that is the meaning of look up. Okay, let's look at an example. I didn't know that word, so I looked it up on the internet. All right, that's pretty easy to actually use also. Okay, the next one is break down. Stop working. What do you mean by stop working? It's not like you stop working. Okay, it's not like you're telling someone to stop working. Not that. Break down means when a machine stops functioning. Okay, for example, my car broke down on the way to work. All right, my cycle broke down on the way to the market. So it's like that. It's You have to use these words wherein they form a different meaning altogether. All right, let's look at the last one for now. Leave the bed. Get up. Leave the bed or stand up. Okay, for example, to rise from bed or chair, or really wherever you're sitting. Okay, so I get up at 7 a.m. every morning. Okay, or I get up at 7 every morning. Okay, uh, get up and stand. This also can be sometimes teachers just say, please get up from the place right now, from the place that you're sitting right now. So this is a kind of a phrasal verb also. Let's look at some more phrasal verbs for today. Okay, now listen to these. Get out. What do you mean by get out? To leave home for an activity, or it can be, to go out. Not get out, it's go out. I'm sorry. Okay. I just mixed it up with get up. Okay. Go out means to leave home for an activity. We like to go out on weekends. A very simple sentence can be used beautifully, uh, you know, almost every day when you talk to anyone that you are really talking to. Eat out. Eat out means what? It's not eat plus out. It is eat at a restaurant, or eat at any local diner. Example, let's eat out tonight. Looks fancy, however, very easy to use. Run out of. What do you mean run out of? Have no more, in the sense I do not have any more of this particular ingredient left in my house. If I have to explain the whole meaning, run out of means it's not like someone is running out of the house, or someone is running out of a particular place. That's not what it is. It means that a person is exhausted of that certain supply. Okay, for example, I'm sorry, meaning is to have no more of something. Example, we ran out of milk. Can you buy some? Okay, so that is the meaning of run out of. Next, pick up. What do you mean by pick up? It's very easy to collect something, or to actually pick up someone from school, or pick a child from the school, or pick up anyone from any place, or to collect something also. All right, let's look at an example. I will pick you up at 6 p.m. or a.m. or whatever it is. Okay, I will pick you up at 6. PM or AM. All right. And another meaning is to collect something, right? I will pick that up from the market for you. Okay. If someone says that, can you pick up some fruits? You can say, yes, I will pick some fruits from the market for you. Okay. So this also can be a prominent example. Next one is calm down. Calm down in the sense relax. I think many of us know this, right? Relax. Please calm down. It's okay. Okay, it can be used when you see a person who is stressed or who is going through some kind of difficulty or hardship. You can just go up and tell them, please calm down. It's okay. Everything will be fine. Even though you do not know what's really troubling them. So, this is a very good phrasal verb that you can use, okay, to calm people down. Freak out. Freak out means to become very emotic or to become, very emotional. All right. Become suddenly emotional is freak out, or to get scared also. She freaked out when she saw a spider. Hold on. The sentence is hidden because of this. Yeah. Okay. Right. I think we can see the sentence now. Yes, the example is she freaked out when she saw the spider. In the sense, as I told you already, freak out also means to get scared. All right, emotionally, or a sudden emotion is also known as freak out. Now, a very important theory is how to use them in speaking. Okay, I'll just show you only one example, and then you can actually, pause the video here. You can pause the video here, guys. What exactly you can do is, let me just talk about that example now. After that, just you can pause the video, take down in a piece of paper. All right, take down on a piece of paper the phrasal verbs for today. That is, go out, eat out, run out of, okay, pick up, calm down, freak out. So these are the useful phrasal verbs that you can use in day-to-day life. So what I want you to do is, now how to use them as a next section, right? Instead of saying, I turn the TV off, why don't you just put this off, take this off and fix it right next to turned? How will it sound? I turned off the TV. Okay, I turned off the TV. Both are correct. Okay, it actually sounds very natural when you use any one of them. All right, but the whole point is try to use as much of phrasal verbs in their form. I think that's the advice that I can really give you here. Okay, so phrasal verbs are everywhere, guys. You can use them during conversations, movies, messages. You can also find phrasal verbs in movies. You can do an activity for yourself also when you're watching an English movie. You can jot down certain phrasal verbs. You can think, if they are phrasal verbs or not. It's a kind of an activity as well. Okay, and in daily life, definitely you can go ahead and use them. Okay, they help English sound natural, flexible, and real, guys. All right, so now, as I told you, just pause the video, take down these phrasal verbs, and try to make sentences out of these verbs that as you can see here. All right, these are this part. What does this part contain? Yes, turn off, turn on, look up, break down, get up, go out, eat out, run out of, pick up, calm down, and freak out. All these are phrasal verbs. They really, really do help you a lot to enhance the way you speak and make your life easier. So please go ahead and do that. I really want you guys to kind of practice everything that we are letting you know here at GK Pro Academy, because we do curate these strategies just in order to help you to understand that, that is what we are kind of focusing on. Okay, pretty much to improve the way you speak, we are trying our best to give you the quality sessions absolutely free. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, guys, this lesson especially is a part of our free spoken English series, as I already told you. Okay, but this is just the starting point. So at GK Pro Academy, we don't just teach English, we train your brain to speak with fluency. Step by step guidance and feedback also will be given. If these lessons are helping you, I do invite you to continue your journey with us, guys. You will find the link to GK Pro Academy in the description. Start with a free course, that is what is happening right now, and move forward only when you're ready. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in the next session.